This has made me hair free. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I am feeling very monochrome today with what I'm wearing. It's matching my background, so that was just completely accidental. But yeah, so I'm going to be talking to you about the Philips Lumea Prestige. So I have tried out quite a few IPL devices, so I feel quite knowledgeable about IPL now. In the beginning, I don't know if you remember, one of my very first videos was a review of Philips IPL device, but it was the kind of handheld one. So the one I'm going to be talking about today is the top of the range IPL device, and I feel now I understand them a lot better. And even in that video, you know, I wasn't fully clued up about IPL, and I didn't really know what it was to a full extent. And you know, admittedly, I did think that it was sort of laser at home, and it's not. So I'm going to kind of explain that to you today, and also talk you through the Prestige device and kind of how I found it and my thoughts on it. So I hope I can go through this in quite a bit of detail, and if you have any questions after you've watched the video, then do leave them in the comments box and I will try and answer them for you from my own experience. So this is Philips' top of the range IPL device. This is the Lumea Prestige, and I think it is SE2009 for technical details. As you can see, it looks a little bit like a stunt gun. It also comes with different attachments. So this one here is for your legs and body. Then you also have this one, which is a little bit smaller, which is for your face. And then also a smaller one for your bikini line. With the Philips Lumea in the box, you also get this, which is a really cute carry pouch, which I've never had with any of my other IPL systems before, so it's really cute for be able to take it with you when you're traveling and you don't miss a treatment. You've got your plug, which basically you can plug it in with. You also get a little cleaning cloth, which I think is super good. I've also never had that before, so that's really helpful. You also get a little leaflet about downloading the app. So there's also an app which you can download to your phone just to remind you of your treatments, and you can follow your progress so you don't forget, which is really useful. And then you also get the manual too. So this is the main device, and it's not that heavy. It's actually fine to carry, and it's cordless, which is amazing because a lot of the other IPL devices that I have tried aren't cordless, even the Philips that I did review before. So this is really good. So you can really actually just sit in front of your TV, watch Netflix and do it. So it doesn't really take up much of your time at all. So I did a blog post on basically kind of the main questions about IPL that I often get asked from my friends, from my readers on my blog. So if you haven't checked that out, I thought I would just do a quick rerun of that, kind of just explain what IPL is. So IPL stands for Intense Pulse Light, and it basically is completely different from laser that you get in a salon. The difference is that the IPL device emits like a visible wavelength of light, so basically like a flash, so you can see it, whereas with the laser it is one like kind of dedicated light beam. And also laser does pinch a little, whereas with IPL it doesn't hurt. So another question answered, IPL doesn't hurt. Now when you do it, you may feel like quite a warmth on your skin, but it doesn't hurt. IPL devices have been developed so you can use them at home really safely, and they're quicker than laser as well because you can do more of an area a lot quicker. A question I get asked a lot is, can anyone use it? So for instance, with the Philips Lumea Prestige, no, not everyone can use it. So if you have red hair or grey hair or very light blonde hair, you will not be able to use this. Now Philips do have a colour guide, so I will link that below in the description box, and you can check if this will be suitable for you. If you have sort of my colour of hair, or my natural colour, which is kind of a mousy brown, darker hair, then it will really work for you. So it does go by hair colour more so than skin, because it needs to pick up the melanin or the pigment in the hair root to be able to put the hair into its resting phase. And that then brings me on to how often you need to do this. So with the Philips Lumea, you need to do this every 2 weeks for the first 6 to 8 weeks, and then after that period you will then do it for maybe once a month or once every 2 months, depending on how well your hair has basically gone down or diminished itself. So that is how often you need to do it. I also get asked sort of how you use this, and I will show you, do a little bit of a demonstration to show you how you use it. But I will say that is basically, if you're going to do your legs, then make sure you shave them, and then use no moisturisers afterwards. And then in between your waiting time of the 2 weeks, you can shave, you can epilate, you can wax as normal, but just make sure that you shave your legs before you do your next treatment. Okay, so now on to the fun part, the demonstration. I can't wait to show you. Okay, so what you would do is press the on button here. It makes a little bit of a whirly noise, kind of like a very low Hoover maybe, if a Hoover was on. Hairdryer? Yeah. So then you will select from 1 to 5. So 1 to 5 is what you need to use for your hair colour and your skin type. So for me, I can go all the way up to a 4 or 5. So I'm just going to go with the 5. And basically the best way that I found what I was by looking at Philips chart, but also kind of just testing it. So I started at about 3, 4, and I was like, do you know what? I can go up to a 5. This is completely fine for me, but it can get quite hot. The attachment just goes on like this, so it has a little bit, it goes down. If you press on that, that goes down onto your skin, and then on the back, this will show you when it is ready on your skin. I'm just going to show you this on my arm, so let's just do this bit, and as you can, I'm going to press down, and as you can see, it's lighting up green, so it's ready. So I'm then going to press this button here, and we're ready to go. Woo! It's like taking a photograph, like it's that easy. And that's it. That did not hurt at all. It's totally pain-free. And what you can then do is you can also do it by a flash like that, or you can hold it down, do that, and then move it along, and it will just continuously do it for you. What you need to be careful of is make sure you don't go over the same area twice. So you just want to do it once. So you kind of have to remember where you've put it. A lot of people actually draw sort of lines of eyeliner on their legs just to remember where it's from. I myself have never done that, but I find it quite easy to kind of remember where I've been. So that's it. That's how easy it is. So for your legs, I would say they take me about 15 minutes maybe to do both. My armpits are like 2 seconds, they're so quick. And like your bikini lane, I would say, yeah, like 2 to 5 minutes, like really not long at all. So the longest part for me is definitely my legs. That's what takes the time, but everything else is super quick. I haven't used this on my face as I don't have hair on my face, but it's completely safe too. So if say I wanted to do it on my face, I would then just take this off and then put on the face clip bit. So it's really easy to change the heads. So I have been using this now for about 8 weeks, and I cannot believe this has made me hair free, because I have used other IPL devices and I've kind of been a little bit disappointed with them. And I've went through the kind of the period of time that I've had to do it, and then I've still not been hair free. But with the Lumea, I did the 6 to 8 weeks, and then I have now hair free. So one thing to mention though, that it isn't permanent. So like when I first found out about IPL, there was sort of like a little asterisk next to the permanent, and I was just kind of like, I just kind of was believing it was completely permanent hair removal. I thought it was like laser in the salon. But what to know is that this isn't permanent. So it's a permanent way of removing your hair, but it's not a permanent solution. So, you know, once you finished your initial 6 to 8 weeks of your treatment, you will then need to top it up every month to 2 months after that. So it is a continuous thing. So it is like shaving, you just won't have to do it every day. It'll be like once a month. So for that, it's really good. So for me, I'm hair free and I just have to do this, say like once every 2 months or whatever. I'm going to kind of figure out what my routine will be with this, but it's really easy. I like how it's cordless. It's definitely my favorite IPL that I have tried recently. I just love the fact it's cordless. It makes it so easy to use. Now, I did ask you for your questions in this video, which I hope I've answered, but one question that stuck out was sort of like, what should you look for in an IPL system? And for that, with this one, I would say look for the number of flashes, because the amount of flashes is how long you're going to be able to keep this for. It's quite a few years. So with this one, let me check the box. It does tell me somewhere. Yeah, 250,000 lamp flashes. So I'm going to get 250,000 flashes out of this. So that is absolutely loads. And also it depends to what you want it for. So for me, I love how this is cordless. and then I like how you get the bikini. For me, however, the face isn't a big thing that, you know, I would need, but if you do need the face, then I would say look for one that has specific areas. So the amount of flashes and kind of what you want to use it for. Is it just your legs? And maybe kind of standard one is fine. If it is your face and the attachments, then maybe you want to go a little bit higher up and get the next one up. It depends kind of on what you're looking for. Yeah, I'm super happy with the results of the Prestige because I have used other systems and I've not been that happy with them, so I'm really happy with this. Yeah, if you've got any questions, leave them below. As always, give this video a big thumbs up and remember to hit that subscribe button as well, and I will see you next week for a brand new video. Bye guys!